We are moving right along. We are now on the 7th hand of the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 section. So on this one, we finally have some wins. We don't have very many of those on this side of the card, but we have a pair of ones, a pung of threes, and then we have our wins. So first off, notice we have one color here. Our wins do not have a suit. They are also considered neutral, just like the flowers were. So these are not a suit, but we have a north wind, east wind, west wind, and south wind. They do not match, so they are considered singles. You cannot pick up a discard whenever you're doing the news section, and you can't use any jokers in this one because they are not a four of a kind. They're all different. All right, then we have in a second color from the first set. So we have a second suit. Again, news, the winds are not a suit, they're just neutral. So in a second suit, I'm going to have a pung of threes and then a pair of fives. In my second option for this particular hand, I have a pair of fives, a pung of sevens in one color. Again, news, same rules. Can't pick up a discard, can't use a joker in it. I stuttered because all of a sudden I realized, but you can pick up that discard if it's your last 14th tile and you are ready to Mahjong and you're ready to lay them all out. Then you actually can pick up that discard in that case if it's your winning tile. Okay, but you can't ever use a joker in this section, even if it's, to win Mahjong. All right, so, and then in our second color here, so we have a second suit, we have a pung of sevens, and then a pair of nines. All right, so down here in the parentheses, it says any two suits. We already knew that because we've got two different colors. Winds are neutral, so we don't count that. They do have to be these numbers only because it doesn't tell us any different. All right, so here's an example. I've got my ones and my threes. I'm using my BAMs. I've got my wins. Then I've got in cracks, I've got my threes and my fives. So if I switch these out and use cracks here for my second option, obviously I can't use cracks here. I'm going to instead use dots. So I've got my cracks in my ones, or excuse me, in my fives and sevens this time. Then I've got my news. Those didn't change. And then in my sevens and nines, I'm using dots this time. Okay, so these are pairs. Can't use jokers.